Hey, welcome back to Mill. In our ongoing effort to beat the shit out of stuff and see how it works, if you didn't watch previous video, it was that big pine slab right there. I mean, that big pine log that got slabbed out. It had some awesome figure in some of these pieces. We milled that, and now we got a little black locust up on here. I pulled the smaller log. It's a kind of little fatty. I did have to trim it a little bit to get the blade through it. Show you. And this is in hopes of getting some workable slabs for Josco, the woodworker from Woods Hole. He wants to do some work with locust. He likes his stuff 8/4, and then he breaks it down. He's got beautiful machines. Very, very smart, talented gentleman. So what we're going to do with this little fatty here is, and hopefully you can see all the dirt and the furrows. That just happens to these logs while they're standing, and stuff blows in here when they're near the beach or something like that, and it just sticks in there. We're going to try and slab this out in 8/4 slabs. So we're going to see how this Sellite band, I'm still running the same Sellite band. Look at how clean it came out too. I was really pouring the water to it. As a matter of fact, as a fatter of fact, I am going to have to load up on water. Didn't think of that. So I'm going to get you guys situated. Danny is off with mommy to Doggies for Veterans group. So I'm flying solo out here, but I have to get some more water. I don't have enough in the mill. I don't think I have. Oh, I do. I do. All right, I got a whole jug here. And it's not going to take a lot for this log. So I'm going to put you guys in the tripod, pause you, and I know that I got a whole jug that I just filled up for Danny, so I can dump that in there and just throw, I don't even need to throw a little pine sol. It's got plenty of pine sol and Dawn in there. So just going to throw that in there and then we'll get ready to go. All right, so for reference, with that Sellite band that we're running right now, if you don't know what Sellite is, you need to watch some of my videos on it where I explain it. What I've milled with that band so far is I milled 2 cants that were 8x6 into the deck boards. They were cants. I didn't have to mill the bark or anything. One was a pitch pine, one was a white pine cant, to mill 8-foot long boards to finish my deck here, which was about from, let's just say from the middle to there. So I milled those boards. They were like 12, 1 inch. I got 5 out of each. So like 10 boards. So say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9, 10. And I took some of the other crappier ones out. Those were clean cants. There was no bark. There was no dirt. There was no nothing. Then I milled this log here. That's like 9 feet long. It was a big log. It was over, let's just call it 28 wide. It was dirty. There's probably approximately, just guessing, somewhere around 300 board feet in there, I think. Guessing. So this band has milled from new like 300 board feet of pine, and then 10 8-inch wide, 8 feet long pine boards, 8 foot long. So it does not have a lot on it. Probably, maybe 400 board feet. So we're going to see if it will mill this Black Locust. Now, it's a 10-degree band. It's not the best band to be running Black Locust, but we might as well push this thing to the point of failure so we can see how far it's going to go. Because I can tell you for a fact, I can tell you for a fact that if I was running a Silvertip Turbo 7, a $22 band instead of a $46 band, I could have milled that, and this all with one Turbo 7. Probably would have been getting a little whoop by the end of it, and it's not from board feet, but just from dirt and everything else. So let's see if we can get that Stellite band through this little log. And this log's not super long. It doesn't go 8 feet. It's almost 7. It's a little bit girthy. Say 18 across, maybe 16 up. It does have some dirt in the bark, but it's solid Black Locust, so it's going to be hard as shit. Not the best log to be milling with a 10-degree band, but we're going to try it. And we're going to try it for science. That's the whole thing. So I'm going to make my top cut. What I'll end up doing is I'm going to end up cleaning the top up and then flipping it over and then milling it into 2-inch slabs. That's what he likes. So his top cut's going to be somewhere around 14-ish. And we'll kick in the nuts and we'll see what happens. Hopefully we don't run out of fuel. Hey. You guys will be able to tell how it's doing by the stream that's flying out. It looks kind of reasonable, I think. Give her a little bit of support here. I don't need to be pouring the water to it like I was with the pine. Well, let's take a cut right there. And I'll show you the cut after this next. And I'm going to drop down 1 inch on that. 14 1/8. I'm going to drop to 13. No, it was that 14, it looks like. Now I'm going to drop straight to 13 and take 1 inch off it. See if we can get it cleaned up. So I can tell you that it's cutting through like it's not even here. I am cutting some solid wood. Not really sure what I'm going to do with these yet. It did leave a pretty good little hump right here. It's not surprising because it's coming in and out of a whole bunch of stuff. I think I'm going to take 1 more inch out. There's no sense taking a 2 inch slab right now. I'm going to drop it down another inch. Take another 4/4 board off it that we can use for flower boxes and stuff like that. So that was at 13. We'll come down to 11 7/8. I think. Looks right. Looks right. Yep. So I think we'll just go ahead and get this log flipped over. I'll show you the slabs. I mean the wood. It's pretty. Don't know what he would be able to. His famous saying is, "Well, what would I do with that?" I don't know exactly what yet he would be able to do with anything. I think I want to get the stuff off the other side. I'll show you the wood. And believe it or not, there is a hump in it, a little dinky one, down this end here where this knot is. It's about 1/16 of an inch. The rest of it's perfectly flat. And it's where I come out of here and I lose my band support and I get it, it gets real narrow and then I go into this hump right here. I could push my guide support in right there. It's still cutting really smooth. It's not loving, shouldn't say it's not loving it. It's cutting really smooth. It's cutting, it's going through it every bit as good as it went through the pine right now. So there is a little hump right here. And that's one of the first ones I've ever seen with the new roller guide systems, but I'm really set up really wide. Still cutting pretty smooth. There's a lot of cool little bird's eye figure in this. These are nice boards. The question right now is whether I go deeper. But I think what I'm going to want to do is the other side looks like it has a fatter side. So I think I'm going to flip it over and slab it out. You just take a look at this side here and see if I'm going to have any trouble holding on to it. See, he wouldn't really like that piece. I think I'm going to have to get down to that other wood before he's going to be okay with it. And there is some tension in that log going that way and that way. So these slabs could crack. Let's take a look at the other side. Oh, the other side's a crotch. And all I'm trying to figure out right now, boys and girls, if I'm going to go deeper on this side. I don't think I am. I think I'm just going to flip it over and try to start taking 2-inch slabs out of the other side once I get the top cleaned up. I think that's the way I'm going to get the biggest pieces, and if it's something that he can use, that's great. If it's not, I will use it here for sure. Like these will sell in my stash for craftwood people with no problem. Or I can build cool flower boxes out of them. But let's go ahead. I'm going to pause you guys and we're going to flip it over. You know, I don't know if I can say, I know I say it over and over again, but I think it's so important to tell you guys how convenient it is to be able to move those stops over into spots like that. This would be a nightmare log to hold on to. If I couldn't move that over and grab under there and grab right there, keep this straight, and then go ahead and dog it off. You see how far over that stop is right now, that I moved it over till I could grab on it. So we're going to start taking the top off it. Hopefully this is going to work. I haven't had good luck with Black Locust lately. Give you a good view. And hopefully we can get the top taken off it. And there is a little bit of a hollow spot right here. I got to get down to, I think it's going to be somewhere around 10. I'm going to try and take it off somewhere around 10. And then we'll start dropping on 2-inch slabs, and then hopefully we'll be able to adjust ourselves to be able to cut it all the way out. So let me just double check at 10. So 10 is here. That's kind of into that rot spot. I think we're going to end up getting 4 out of this, not 5. So we'll take it at 10. Yeah, I don't think that's by any means thick enough. So we'll take it at 10 first. Then we'll see what happens. And take another inch. We drop to 9, 8 7/8. Take another inch out of it. Still not quite cleaned up. Got some really nice wood right now, though. Definitely going to have to go slower on my feed rate because this wood's definitely too hard for the pitch of this band. Show you what we got. Pretty locust, still cutting pretty smooth. Nice solid wood up here. This is where I want to get his slabs out of, but I got to get rid of this right here to do it. So I think I'm going to drop another inch. Try and get rid of that bark inclusion. Then I can drop 2. Really neat looking wood. Beautiful grain here. Just absolutely phenomenal. Beautiful piece of wood. But I got to get rid of that bark inclusion. So I'm going to drop another inch and that'll become flower box material. And we will take another piece off, and then that's going to get us down. We'll be kind of getting close to the pith here. And 2 out of the pith. So the next one will be boxing the pith in if I after the inch. And that was at 8 7/8. We dropped to 7 3/4. And we're going to take a, oh, I got to dog it off too. I lost a dog on that pass. I'm going to take a nice slow pass on this one. These locusts do not like to be dogged. God bless it. So that bark inclusion did not clean up. It's gorgeous wood too. Damn it. Son of a gun. Oh, it's like an old. This isn't going to be any good for him. God, what a beautiful piece of wood too. Stupid big inclusion hole. I'll show you this wood. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Can't get by. Can't get by. Gorgeous locust. Oh my God. This is not going to do any good for him. It's cutting really hard though. Dan does not like it. It's cutting nice and smooth, but it does not like it. You got to get your feed rate right. This hole's at least an inch deep. Son of a gun. Look at a beautiful grain in it. Beautiful grain down here. I'm going to take a measurement. See, I'm starting to use up the whole thing at 4/4 if I keep going. But, you know, for him, this is like the only good chunk here. I think I'm going to take another 1-inch piece out of it. See how deep this goes. And it's pretty much 1 inch. It's, for some reason, I got to get that dogged off over there. It came out again. Sorry to be so monotone. I'm thinking as I do this. Can't get this dog to stick in the wood because it's so hard. Not going to get a whole lot out of this. I mean, I could take a 2-inch piece out of it right now. He's got some good wood down here, some good wood down there, but then you get that big hole in the middle. I think I'm going to take a 2 and a 2, and enough to do it. Yeah, I'm going to take an 8/4 and an 8/4. So that was at 7 3/4, I think. So I got to go to 5 5/8. Let's see what that does. Oh, it does not like this wood at all. That's 2 inches right there. We'll take that and then one more. So we're at 5 5/8. Pardon my leave. Get the slab out of here. Just want to see what's going on inside. I was really jumping around really bad. I don't know if I got buildup on one of my belts or what. It was really jumping around. No, it's not too bad. Seems to be running pretty good. Nice. Got rid of one inclusion and found another one. Oh, oh. It's a beautiful piece. I just think it's going to crack though. You can kind of see a crack all the way through here, all the way through here, all the way through here. Beautiful wood. Oh my God. Don't know why it's jumping around so bad. Just beautiful wood. Absolutely phenomenal. A little bit of chatoyance here. You see this crack here? Around these old limbs. It comes in through here, cracks through there. It's cracked there. It runs out like this. It comes in through here, goes out the end, and there it is. So I think this slab's going to crack in half. We're going to find out. I'm going to take another 2-inch, and this one is going to be pretty much done here. So I was at 5 5/8. Let's take a slower pass on this one. This band is really digging in, trying to pull itself into this locust, and it can't. Sure, I'll clean up here. So we're at 5 5/8. I think we go to 3.5. Hopefully we're killing this band right now. So I think that's where we were. Looks right. 3.5. Let's take a 2-inch one out. Probably gonna hit my stop there. So I'm at 3.5. Still got those cracks in it. I think what I'm going to do is just come down to 2. Come down 1.5 inches and take another 2 out of this. I don't think I'm clear to do that. I'm going to take a look here what we got. So we don't even have that here. Got plenty there. Or I just leave this the way it is. I think I should take a 2 out of the top of it though. Okay, I can take a 2 out right there. If I get it dogged low enough, I can take one more 2 out of it. That's not dog low enough. I don't know if I can hold on to it down here. Maybe. Yep. So I'm going to come just check the front of that. It almost seems like it's bowed a little bit. I think I only got like 3.25 here. 3.25. 3.25. Huh. That's weird. Maybe I went to 3.25 by mistake. No, that's 2 inches thick. All right. Well, I think regardless, I got to come to like 2. Let's see where we're at, and we'll see what we got to come to. So that's 3.25. That's low. So I was at 3.5. So I got to go to 1.5 to take a 2 out of it. 1 3/8. Well, let's try it. Let's see if we're going to have to go super slow here. Use up what we get left of water. All right. Let's see what we got left here. I want to come over with the forks and grab these after I turn you guys off. Let's just clean this up and see what it looked like. Pretty piece here too. It just cleared. So it looks like I got some good flower box building material. We got a bunch of 2-inch slabs. I don't know whether they will be any good for him or not. I'm going to mill out another one, a bigger one. And, you know, we can always sell them if we have to. But still ended up cutting okay. It was making some weird bumping around in here as it was cutting in. It was like, doom, doom, doom. I don't know what the hell it was doing. I don't see it in the cut. Beautiful chatoyance here. It's great color, great grain. So we did get some good pieces out of that. The band kept cutting. It's a good thing. I didn't have to push super hard on it. I just had to be careful with it because I didn't like the way that it was in the cut. It was like it was grabbing the wood. I think that was maybe a product of that 10-degree band. So I will cut some more pine with that later. For now, I've got to get everything kind of put away here, get cleaned up, get all these offcuts put away, get this locust put away out of the sun. Not sure if those would be any good for him or not, but he'll contact me because he'll watch this. They're great pieces. You know, they're kind of wide, say like 16 wide, 2 inches thick. Some spots are a little wider, 18, 20. And he's going to break them down into boards himself, but I don't know if they're not very straight grain, so it's really hard to say what they're going to do when they dry. But anyway, the Sellite band kept kicking, cut that log too. It should have. And I think we want to keep testing it. That cut through a lot of dirt in that bark. I'll take a look at it and see if I can see any glinting on the edges and stuff like that. I mean, that could have been what I was feeling. Could have been a dull spot. Maybe it went through something that was really bad, so it was kind of skating and then biting and then skating and biting. Maybe that's what was going on. It could have been the grain in that crotch treating it funny. You can see some weird ripples, chatter marks right here and right here. Definitely right here. And they're angled like this. They're like steps. So that's what I was feeling when it was banging. Just going through this knot here, going in there. I did feel it a little bit down here too. Not as bad. And I get some chatter marks right here. I mean, this is nothing out of the ordinary from milling though, guys, right? You know, not all milling comes out this smooth. So I think the banging or the jumpiness was the product of that 10-degree band in super, super hard wood. I think you got no business milling Black Locust with a 10-degree band on an 18 horsepower mill. And it didn't hurt the engine. You know, it didn't bog the engine down. I could have gone faster, but definitely a torture test for that band. So for now, I'm gonna get cleaned up out here. It looks like, and I appreciate the watch as always. If you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to hit me up. I pretty much answer everything back. I will contact my slab guy and see if he wants me to bring those up to him tomorrow. For now, I'm going to let those pine slabs dry out here in the sun. And for now, Pirate Solutions out.